Hi everybody and happy 2019! So 2019 is going to be the year of the pig in the Chinese zodiac, which doesn't actually start until February the 4th, but I went ahead and looked up everything about the pig year anyway. It doesn't look good, just saying. So apparently a pig's natural element is water, and it's naturally on the male side, and this year is a female earth pig. And apparently that means bad things for a whole lot of different zodiac signs. You know, the best is yet to come. There's a lot of foretelling of flooding, so watch out for that this year. But anyway, because it's the new year, happy new year, I wanted to go over what my resolutions were for last year, how many I achieved, and what I'm resolving to get done this year. Resolutions work really well for me. I know they don't work that great for everybody, and some of the times that's because you're setting too big of goals for yourselves, and sometimes it's because you're setting goals that either aren't realistic for you or you have no control over. And so I've been pretty successful with setting some really big lofty resolutions at the beginning of each year and then working towards those throughout the year and not kind of putting too much pressure on myself to get them done to the T. They're more loose goals, and so I managed to achieve pretty much everything. I set 10 goals for last year, so I set 10 goals for this year. Last year's resolutions that I completed completely were finish revisions for circuit, furry at least 10 agents, learn how to bake a pie shell, continue making YouTube videos, be more confident in myself, get a job with a steady income, start eating less meat. Those ones, blown out of the water. I did a great job on every single one of those. I'm super proud of myself. Ones that I didn't quite meet, but that I felt like I got kind of close to, were to send out 5 poems each month to publish. I didn't manage to do every single month. I think I averaged pretty close to that with the months that I sent out more, so I'm not giving it to myself, but I got pretty close. And write a poem a week all year. I did write a lot of poems, but I didn't write one every week of the year, so that one, I wrote more than I probably would have if I didn't have that in the back of my mind, but this year was just not a poetry year for me. It was really focused on my novel. And then reach out to friends more often. This has been back and forth, and I feel like I could do that better this year. And then I had a bonus one, which is a secret, and my bonus one is a secret for this year as well. My 2019 resolutions. Number 1, get an agent, but at least query 50 agents. I want to go ahead and give myself my best shot. So I'm renewing my efforts, and I'm really going to try and aim for an agent, and if it really falls through, then maybe it's time to sideline that story and work on something different for a while. Number 2, compile another poetry collection. I have my full-length poetry collection Fragments and my chapbook An Isolated Storm. This one first came out in 2015, this one then came out in 2017, and so if I were to continue that pattern, 2019 would be the year every 2 years. So I'm at least going to get the poems together, and if I feel like it's ready to publish, maybe I'll do that with this one. Number 3 is continue growing my author platform online. I'm going to try harder, reach out more, and continue doing YouTube videos, try harder with Twitter, maybe even clean up my Instagram a little bit, all those sorts of things, especially since I think Tumblr is out as far as a platform, and I was really beginning to gain traction over there. I think I need to focus a little bit more on my website, a little bit more on the things that are still gaining momentum. Number 4, send out 5 poems each month for publishing. I need to actually do that this year. 5, read a book each month. I often get into reading slumps. I didn't really read all that much last year, so I need to read a lot more. I'm going to focus harder on reading more this year. Number 6, eat less meat. I'm doing good so far. I'm choosing more meatless options. I am striving to be a pescatarian, even though around the Christmas and New Year's season I ended up eating a lot of meat. But that's last year. This year, even less meat. Number 7, exercise twice a week. I have been doing really darn good at getting myself to the gym once a week. Twice a week is a struggle, and I don't seem to do it all the time, but I'm going to try because I have time to do it twice a week. So unless things change, I'm going to attempt to at least get some kind of exercise. If I don't go to the gym, I need to do something to get myself some exercise twice a week. Number 8, I'm going to try journaling weekly. I haven't been journaling all that much, and I find it very cathartic for me, so I am going to work on that. Number 9, I need to get my passport updated with my married name finally, so I could possibly travel outside the country if I wanted to. And number 10 is to get a new car because mine isn't going to last another year. Those are my resolutions for this year. I think they're pretty achievable. They're all things I was already wanting to get done, which is kind of the point. Kind of want to resolve to do things that need to get done but that you could put off. That's what I'm planning for this year. I hope you guys had a lovely New Year's. If you slept in, that's great. If you partied, hope you had a good time. I mostly stayed home, played Breath of the Wild, made sushi. That turned out really good. Who knows what 2019 will hold. It's not that helpful to put a whole lot of weight into changing yourself or the world's changing or anything like that in the new year, because new year carries over from the old year, so all of that is kind of going to continue on. I think it's also really good to hope for the best, to keep that like little light of hopefulness alive, and doing that as the year changes year to year I think is great. So happy 2019, despite apparently it going to be very flooding, either metaphorically or physically, lots of floods, watch out. Despite that, I hope you have a really great year. I hope all your goals and your resolutions come true, and I will see you back here again soon. Good luck to us all. Bye!